We already know that President Biden sent 5 million barrels from the SPR to foreign countries, including to China. But since then, the news has only gotten more disturbing. Tonight, we can report about exactly who inside China was a direct beneficiary. The Free Beacon is reporting that 950,000 of those barrels went to Unipec, a trading arm of the China Petrochemical Corporation. Now, that company, commonly known as Sinopec, is wholly owned by the Chinese government. Meanwhile, of course, CCP. Here is Daniel Turner, founder of Power the Future. Daniel, I keep saying this is beyond disturbing. The words don't even capture this at this point. Tell us why this matters. There's also a Biden connection to Sinopec.
Yeah, this is disturbing on multiple levels. To start with, the president told us he was releasing these reserves to lower the price of gas nationally. And then you find out that he, through Secretary Granholm of the Department of Energy, is selling them around on the world market and selling them to the communist Chinese. So, we're selling our strategic raw materials, our strategic reserves, to the communist country who's our adversary. And then you find out one of the companies that was brokering this deal, one of our top investors is, of course, Hunter Biden. So the president's reprobate crackhead son is invested in a company that is buying our strategic reserves while we're paying more than $5 a gallon at the pump. If we had an impeachment hearing about a phone call with Donald Trump and President Zelensky, if this doesn't cause Jerry Nadler and it doesn't cause Adam Schiff to ask some questions and for Congress to do its job and wonder how this Biden crime family is profiting while the American people are suffering, I don't understand if there is a more offense that is more worthy of investigating for impeachment. Let's put it that way.
Well, where's the New York Times on this? Where's the Jeff Bezos Washington Post on this? I mean, this is a massive story. And people ask if the Biden administration and the Biden family is owned by China, because they're about to lift the tariffs, too. We know that. I mean, I don't know what you say about this. I mean, if they're not owned by China, they're acting like they're owned by China.
And the president also used the Defense Authorization Act, using military powers to commandeer the purchase of wind and solar that are also made in China. So thank goodness for the Free Beacon. Colin Anderson, who wrote the story, deserves a shout out because they broke a major story. But I'm getting angry at this, Laura, for very personal reasons, because this president just last week questioned our patriotism. The press secretary said that we were not upholding our American standards. We've been told that we're shills of Vladimir Putin because we, the big bad oil and gas company, aren't lowering prices. We were accused of price gouging, profiteering. And then you find out his administration is selling oil on the world stage, and potentially his own family is profiting from it. And that is beyond offensive. I would like to think Senator Manchin and Senator Barrasso, who head the Energy Natural Resources Committee, I'd like to think they would haul Secretary Granholm, who's in charge of this as the Department of Energy Secretary, and ask her some really tough questions. We're paying $5 a gallon because of this administration's energy policies, and now his family is potentially profiting on the world market. It's unpatriotic, and it's shameful, and it's potentially criminal.
Meanwhile, he's beating up the mom-and-pop gas stations. I mean, that's what's the great part of this. I mean, by the way, I got to play this from the economic advisor at the White House, Brian Deese. He insisted that the president is focused on lowering gas prices. Watch.
We have to show action on behalf of the American people, and that's exactly what the president is doing. And every day he's focused on practical things that he can do. So the release of oil from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve sounds esoteric to people, but oil market analysts you've had on this show will say it was single-handedly responsible for keeping oil prices going higher.
Daniel, why did he send it to other countries, especially China, that is buying oil from Russia, that is fighting the war in Ukraine, that we're fighting a proxy war against?
Well, that's exactly it. They're caught in a complete lie. They're telling us they're releasing the strategic reserve to lower prices domestically, and you find out they're actually not bringing it to American refineries. They're selling it on the world market. So they're in an absolute lie. And secondly, yes, this sanction of Russian oil, this moral duty that we have to sanction Russian oil, all it has done is force a greater alliance between Russia and China. So China's already profiting from Russian oil at a premium, and now they're profiting from American oil as well. It's an administration that is part of, Brian Deese had this crazy phrase, the new liberal world order. This is part of the liberal world order, but it is not what the American people want. And boy, this election, this is an issue that is on the ballot this November, no doubt.
Daniel, great to see you. Thanks so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.